For Utah's most accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, have some disturbances moving through the state.
Yes, we do. Thomas Geboy in for Alana Brophy. Hi, Thomas.
Hey, Emily. Yeah, we got a weak disturbance brushing by the state today, but as we go into tomorrow, we'll have a little bit more of a potent one moving into the northern half of the state for our Thursday. But for the rest of today into the early stretches of the evening, we'll be talking about at least a slight chance for some wet weather in the northern half of the state on what otherwise was another warm and breezy day. We're still tracking some light wet weather, mainly from Juab County northward, where we're seeing a little bit of wet weather for the Wasatch back and over towards the West Desert. But if we're able to cash in on any of this, it's going to be pretty light in nature and really shouldn't get in your way. But along the Wasatch Front, we'll hold on to that slight chance through around 9-10 o'clock before that chance goes away going into the overnight hours. Here's the view from West Valley City. It's a mostly cloudy sky above. Do have some blowing dust down below, and we were looking at some Virgo just a little while ago, but because it's so dry at the surface, it's really hard for us to cash in on that wet weather chance. Meanwhile, down in Moab, it's as pretty as you would like. You even have a few folks out on the Colorado River, but with the blue sky and the red cliffs, it really does not get much better than that. An absolutely beautiful view on this early Wednesday evening. Now, as we take you a little bit further down the road here and we go into tonight's forecast, we're going to see overnight lows very similar to what we saw last night with an overnight low of 49 degrees in Salt Lake City, 46 in Cedar City, and down in St. George we'll see an overnight low once again in the upper 50s. But tomorrow, daytime highs will be within a stone's throw of what we found for today, but in northern Utah, a little bit better of a chance for some wet weather, and in the western half of the state, especially for the West Desert, with winds expected to increase even more, we could see some areas of blowing dust. But let's begin the futurecast at 7 o'clock this evening, and you'll see that as we go from now through around 10 o'clock, we're going to hold on to that slight chance for wet weather in the northern half of the state, mainly from Millard County and northward, but then that chance of rain goes away as we go into the overnight hours, starting off our Thursday mostly on the quiet side, but those winds will really begin to increase by tomorrow afternoon, especially in southern Utah, as the chance for wet weather then begins to increase in northern Utah, starting off as valley rain, mountain snow. That snow line expected to be quite high because of our warm temperatures tomorrow afternoon, but then from tomorrow night into Friday morning, cooler temperatures will find their way in. That snow line gradually will begin to fall, and we could start to see that snow line dip below 6,000 feet early on Friday. And I think the best chance for valley rain and mountain snow is actually going to be during the overnight hours Thursday into Friday. Then for our Friday, we're going to be looking at a much cooler and breezy day, as that chance for wet weather will gradually begin to taper in northern Utah as we move into the second half of the day. As for St. George, windy for our Thursday, a little bit cooler for our Friday, but warming right back up for the end of the weekend. Then along the Wasatch Front, unsettled weather from late Thursday into Friday, much cooler for our Friday, then a beautiful Saturday ahead before we move into more unsettled weather Sunday into next Tuesday as our temperatures go up and then right back down to 60 degrees by Tuesday.